Who am I speaking with?
My name is Russell Faria.
Russell, what's going on there?
I just got home from a friend's house, and my wife killed herself. She's on the floor.
I need you to take a couple deep breaths so I can see what's going on. Is she breathing at all?
No.
She is not breathing?
No, there's one coming.
Russell, they're on the way, hon, okay? They'll be there shortly.
It was December 27th, 2011. Russ Faria had just returned home to find his wife, Betsy, lifeless on the living room floor. A knife protruded from her side. Blood soaked the carpet. But what began as a tragic scene of apparent suicide soon unraveled into one of the most twisted and deceptive murder cases in modern true crime history. This is the case of Betsy Faria, and the friend who was hiding a secret darker than anyone could imagine. Betsy Faria was a 42-year-old cancer patient. That night, Russ had gone to play board games with friends, his usual Tuesday routine. He returned just after 9 p.m. to the horrific sight of Betsy's body. In his panic, Russ called 911, insisting that she may have taken her own life. But investigators quickly noticed something else. Betsy had been stabbed 55 times. This was no suicide, and yet, it didn't take long for the finger to point at Russ. Russ Faria had what appeared to be a strong alibi: 4 friends, phone records, and receipts that placed him miles away at the time of the murder. But the police focused on a different story. Just days before her death, Betsy had changed the beneficiary of her $150,000 life insurance policy. She had removed Russ and named her friend Pam Hupp. Pam told police she was just helping her friend, that Betsy was afraid Russ might harm her. She painted a picture of a volatile, angry husband, one capable of murder. But behind Pam's calm demeanor and helpful smile was something no one expected. Despite his alibi, Russ Faria was arrested and charged with Betsy's murder. Prosecutors argued that he staged his timeline and flew into a rage. The life insurance change was ruled inadmissible. Pam Hupp was never called to testify. In 2013, Russ was convicted and sentenced to life in prison. But something felt wrong. Russ's defense team kept digging, and what they uncovered blew the case wide open. Pam Hupp's story began to fall apart. She had insisted on driving Betsy home the night she was murdered, even though it was out of her way. She claimed Betsy was alive when she left, but cell phone records showed she stayed much longer than she said. Even stranger, she made several changes to the life insurance paperwork in the days before Betsy's death. Years later, in 2015, Russ's conviction was overturned. In a retrial, the defense focused heavily on Pam Hupp's suspicious behavior. And this time, Russ was acquitted. But Pam wasn't done, and the story was far from over. In 2016, Pam Hupp staged another shocking crime. She lured a mentally disabled man named Louis Gumpenberger to her home under the pretense of being a dateline producer. She then shot and killed him, claiming he was trying to kidnap her on Russ Faria's behalf. But investigators saw through the ruse. It was an attempt to frame Russ again and divert suspicion from herself in Betsy's murder. Pam was arrested and charged with murder. In 2021, she was officially charged with the murder of Betsy Faria as well. The friend who claimed to be Betsy's protector was her killer all along.
Pam Hupp is now serving a life sentence for the murder of Louis Gumpenberger, and she is scheduled to answer to charges she murdered Betsy Faria for a $150,000 life insurance policy that was changed into Hupp's name 3 days before the murder.
She hid behind grief, behind concern, behind an alibi that no one thought to question. Pam Hupp fooled investigators, framed an innocent man, and almost got away with it all. Sometimes the person standing beside you in tragedy is the one who caused it. This was behind the alibi. And in the next story, you might just question everything you think you know about justice.